Now we've covered playing using the E7, E9, E13, and remember that we're in the Mixolydian mode, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. Well, all of these chords can be sus4, meaning we raise the third to the fourth. Now that's a very hip sound. So go back to your original E7 chord. The guide tones were the third and the flat 7 right there. Now I'm going to play against the track, and I'm going to actually change the sound by sus4ing it. Now I'll put it in with the whole chord. It takes on a whole new color, and it feeds a different sound to the soloist. Here it is with that was that flat 3 to 3 move, but listen to my sus4. Now I'll take the E9 and sus4 it. Then I'll play a 13 sus4. See how it's starting to sound real uptown, real jazzy now. You haven't changed modes, but now I'm going to throw in something else. That was another color. Let's talk about that briefly. When I did the sus4, all we were doing is playing E7 sus4. Now notice on that particular fingering, you want to hyperextend the DIP of your ring finger, but not the other fingers. That may not be comfortable for you right away, but just do it real slow. So that was the sus4 for there. Then you do that same move. Here's your E9. In the lower frets, you can simply collapse your second finger, or you can bar with your first finger. That's called an E9 sus4. Here was the E13. So likewise, that same move. And by the way, you should memorize the scale degrees for each chord form. You're going to play this chord until the day you die. So know that from low to high, it's 1, 3, flat 7, 9, 5. Then you have points of reference. So that would be an E13, sus4. You hear how it resolves really nice. And what that does for the soloist can stress that A to G sharp move. And I also was putting that flat 3 to 3 move in because that sprinkles in the blues. If I go, that really keeps it kind of funky and gritty. Then the last thing that I played, I threw in the old Hendrix chord, the 7 sharp 9 chord. Now that's another great color, and that's really crying out and supporting the blues scale approach on this. So I could go afternoon on this progression, but what you want to do is start with these chords, and then I suggest you map out the entire fingerboard, get chord dictionaries, and start working up a lot of hip things you could use over this. Now what I'm going to do is play against the track. I'm going to start really simply, then I'll just add in and actually kind of move through these elements that I've discussed, and you'll hear how I can actually change the sound of this jam track.